Hey, hi, I'm Jason Mercer from the San Jose Sharks, and this is Bay Area Sports Wrap.
Henry, if there was just one thing that you guys could improve for next season, what would that be, just as a team?
I'd say the biggest thing is probably consistency. We showed flashes of competing with the top teams in the league, but the difference between us and them this year is just they show up for 3 periods, and if we lay back for 10 minutes, you're down 2 goals, and then just have to come back on a good team. So I'd say probably consistency is our biggest thing.
Not just for yourself, but what is the one thing that you want to improve next season?
Yeah, I think I'll reflect, and I've thought about it a little bit already, and I think for me, I feel that I made some good strides this year in the defensive zone, both breaking the puck out and closing guys out. And I still feel, just kind of knowing the way my game's trending, that being more physical and closing guys out even better is an area that I want to get better at, and will just help my game get better and better. As I said, I think it was a weakness last year. This year, I think it was fine, but I think it's an area that I can put in my toolbox, and hopefully will give me more success.
Did you feel a difference maybe from the end of last season to this season? Maybe not just with the direction of the team, but just kind of maybe, I don't want to say hope for the future. I mean, you see some more building blocks this year. What do you see the difference?
Yeah, absolutely. Warza said it the other day to us. The bar was at our ankles last year for the Sharks as an organization, and we probably moved it to our knees this year. Still a long way to go, but I think between some of the pieces that we've added and some of the momentum that we've built, just with the energy around the team and franchise, is definitely moving us in the right direction. Obviously the wins aren't there yet, but I think that we have some momentum now, especially from last year. I feel like we were really kind of stagnant and almost just not really moving in either direction, and I feel like now we got the ball moving forward, both from a player perspective, a coach and management perspective. I feel like we took the first step, and we're still not. We got a lot of work to do, but I think we're moving in the right direction now.
I know it might be a question for Greer, but just in terms of play style, what do you feel this team kind of needs to add this offseason?
It's a good question. I think the first thing that comes to mind, honestly, is that we improved a lot on would be our competitiveness. That was the message from day one in training camp, is we're never going to give up and we're going to compete till the end. And Wars did a great job kind of getting that message through to the team. You guys saw our training camp. It was really challenging, and I at least feel in the room, we gave a pretty honest and competitive effort most nights, which I think is a big step for us. In terms of improvement in play style, I feel like we started to learn kind of how to play hard and how to play an honest game. I think now it's probably just about execution level, and that comes in forms of consistency, that comes in forms of special teams, that comes in forms of taking the next step from being good enough to be competitive to excelling and making plays and being enough to drive the game and kind of dictate pace out there.
Do you think since the break, as a team, you've been consistently getting better?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, again, credit to our coaching staff. We made a pretty significant change into the 1-1-3 in the neutral zone. And some guys haven't played it before, including myself, and it was an adjustment. But at the end of the day, I feel like we took a lot less constant pressure against. And I feel that really helped us, stay competitive and stay in game. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of conversations about how we want to play moving forward and kind of what's the best X's and O's strategy. But I do agree that we stayed more competitive towards the end here. Obviously, not nearly enough wins, but a lot more honest efforts.
Okay. Hi, I'm Carrie Walsh Jennings for Bay Area Sports Wrap. Please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.